Welcome, wonderful world of Coldwell Banker. We are super glad to have you here today. We will be talking about your agent value package today. It's going to be very exciting stuff that we go over today. We'll be talking about what you spend your $97 a month on each month and how good of a bargain that truly turns out to be for you. So without further ado, let's get into how we help to promote and protect you as the agents for the company here. So you'll see, the agent value package, we are about protection and promotion. So let's begin with a list of what is included and what it costs for you as Coldwell Banker agents to engage in this program. And it's something that has been put together at great time and expense and with a lot of thought to make sure that we're providing you with the best tools that are available to any real estate agent out there, let alone just to us. But let's kind of run this down really fast. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly because we will hit it again at the end. But I just want to kind of go over how this works out for you. Now, first off, you can, and a lot of you may not be aware of this, but you can go ahead and pay for your AVP package all at once at the beginning of the year for $1,054. I'm glad that we're talking about this right now, too, because for those of you agents who are watching this to catch up, your new AVP just appeared on your accounts receivable bills or on your accounts payable bills. However it is you do, whatever that is. It's on your bill. So if you wish to pay it all at once, you get something of a bargain by paying $1,054 all at once. If you wish to do that, that's certainly up to you. If not, you will continue to pay that at $97 a month. When you see your bill, that full amount for the AVP will get reduced by $97 a month throughout the year. So not to worry that you're carrying a balance there. Okay, so let's begin to talk about some of the things that are included here and some of the things that actually help pay for this program all by itself. Your state-mandated E&O insurance policy with a $100,000 and $300,000 coverage is included. Your NRT legal services plan is covered as well. Annual 8-hour continuing education classes, so your 4-hour mandatory is all paid for as well through this program. Your agent profile page on ColdwellBankerHomes.com, your agent profile page on Coldwell Banker, did I say homes already? ColdwellBanker.com. Your IDX feeds are paid through this as well, so that you have the ability to share live MLS information in real time with your clients. Your AVP monthly client contact program, which is run by you through New Panda. You'll see what a value that is, and that is something that not only does AVP provide you with the ability to stay in touch with your clients, but we provide you with the content that you might need to reach out with. And this is really a big benefit to newer agents with the company because you don't always have new and interesting content to share. So the company helps you provide that by offering some of the other things that we're going to talk about here. Namely, the client appreciation events. We just finished Coldwell Banker Day at the Rockies. You may recognize me. I was down front. I don't know. Thank you. But yes, I was singing the national anthem. That's fun. They let me do that. I didn't have to pay extra for that either. All right, we also do the Sky Sox game down in Colorado Springs. We do pictures with Santa Claus, several other things that go on throughout the year. The holiday photos, of course. Quarterly sweepstakes promotions. Those are usually things like IT giveaways. We give away Surfaces and iPads and that sort of thing. Frequently, we will do home improvement stuff, so Lowe's gift cards or the like. Home Depot sometimes. So those are really cool. So we provide all of that as a way for you to have something of value to reach out to your clients with. In addition to that, we also provide you with centralized showing services in the offices that use that. So that is included with your AVP. You also have your home-based transaction management so that you can track your transactions in real time and be aware of what is going off to the central processing center and do all of the documents that you require. Are they where they're supposed to be? You can manage that. And it is also nice that your clients are able to access those documents pretty much in perpetuity. So if they have needs to look into that for their tax purposes and that sort of thing, they have access to that also. So another benefit to your client that is included with your 97 a month. We have the online showing reports so that you can provide accurate and timely feedback to your clients. We think that that is a big value to you as well. And these last couple are something that are major when you look at the dollars associated with them. You have your market leader in-touch websites. This is probably, I don't think probably, in my opinion, it is the most valuable tool that we provide to all of our agents. It is a high-quality program, and it essentially replaces, for all of your clients out there, could replace any other real estate website they might need. So while it may not stop them from visiting Trulia and Zillow and Redfin and all of the other places they can go, they could really supplant that. And if you know how to use that program, you can make that the go-to website for your clients to use rather than all of those other bigger name ones. The terrific thing about that, and we'll get into it, is how it brands to you and only to you. So it's kind of nice to know. I mean, if somebody goes to Trulia.com or Zillow.com, they can get a hold of any number of agents that aren't you. If they go to your website, which has the same functionality, they're only going to get in touch with you. Do we like it when they only get in touch with us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. Thank you very much. Okay, let's also talk about Fab Plus. This is our ability to syndicate your listings on most of the major websites out there. This is major. This costs a lot of money, and we'll get into the breakdown on this a little bit more. But it is really nice and a terrific listing tool when you're sitting with a seller to be able to say, look, nobody knows your house better than I do, and because I work for Coldwell Banker, when somebody goes to visit your home and they find it on a Trulia or a Realtor.com or anywhere else they're looking, they're only going to be able to request further information from me as the listing agent. And that's a real value to your sellers out there because you should know their home better than anyone. So that's kind of a breakdown of what sits in the program in terms of promotional and protectional. That's not a word, protectional. Anyway, you know what I mean. What's all there for you, and you can see that there's a retail value associated with that of pretty close to $5,000. That's a lot of money because you don't have to pay even you have to pay like a fifth of that. So that's pretty cool. Anything? I think so. Don't you think so? I wish you guys could answer me back. This is not enough. But never mind. We'll keep moving. All right, $97 a month. That is 24% of your actual cost, or our actual cost for all of the things that are included here. Obviously, if we weren't such a large company, if we weren't so well-loved out in the market, we wouldn't be able to offer these things. But because of our purchasing power and our size, we are able to pass that savings along to you, our valued and lovely agents. Okay? 24% of our actual costs. That's an interesting number. Your E&O insurance. This is state mandated. So when you go to work for any other real estate company and you start to sell, this is really only just water. It looks like any clear liquid. It could be other things, but it's really water. I promise. By the way, I'm a little warm. I was redecorating my office. I apologize. The E&O insurance, typically when you work for another company, you're going to end up paying for that all at once. So your policy premium is usually due all in one chunk. Because of your AVP package, however, you don't have to worry about that. You get to pay it on a monthly basis because that is part of Coldwell Banker's ongoing dedication to making sure that we're not charging you money you haven't made yet. You've got a $1 million and $5 million career-minded policy out there. It is better than what's needed by the state. It's a great policy. You also get your continuing education. So your state mandatory 4-hour, we offer that 13 times a year for you. That would usually be at a out-of-pocket cost for most real estate agents out there. However, for you, we take care of it for you. We're also offering GRI classes. So if you're interested in getting that highly marketable designation that makes you more valuable out there in the marketplace, we are offering these 4-hour electives for you 7 times a year to go and pick up your GRI. So that's something that you should definitely consider. That is not just alphabet soup behind your name. That actually adds value to what you do and makes it a lot easier to charge full commissions, which we love. All right, so those are just some of the ways in which we protect you. And I don't notice that we talked about the legal benefits as well, but it is a huge peace of mind out there in the marketplace. If you go to work for Metro Brokers, whoever, they don't offer you that sort of thing. RE/MAX doesn't offer that either. There's a lot of companies out there that don't offer you the kind of peace of mind that Coldwell Banker does. It is good to know that even if you get into a situation through no fault of your own, where you get called on the carpet by the real estate commission or by your local board or by a client in open court, that can happen to all of us. And we obviously train and hone our skills so that that doesn't happen to us, but it doesn't prevent every instance. And knowing that Coldwell Banker stands behind you with the best legal representation in the state should be a huge peace of mind for you. All that needs to happen is you get contacted, you go to your managing broker, and we're going to turn it over to legal and begin to look at that for you. So that's a big, big advantage for our agents here in the company. So how do we promote you? How do we promote you? Well, you're an independent contractor, so that means you have all the jobs in your entire organization. You're the driver, you're the CFO, you're the janitor, you're the chief executive officer. But we want to push you out in front of more of your clients, so we promote you in a different way. We make you more famous out there in the marketplace. So we give you a reason and we give you the content to be in front of your sphere each and every month of the year, which is terrific. How do we do this? Among other things, let's talk about your market leader websites. Look at the visual appeal of this website itself is really something pretty cool, and you can even customize that. But you've got a living, breathing way to communicate with the world at large out there. I'm not sure if all of you have seen some of the technologies that are available through this website to you. There are 2 versions of this website as well, just to make you aware. You are all pre-equipped with the free version of it, but I think it is an excellent use of $175 a year to upgrade to the Pro version. And some of the differences include being able to add extra pages, which is a great way to communicate testimonials from past clients. It's a great way to communicate specific areas of the business where you want to specialize or that you really want to promote for yourself. So you have those extra pages you can add if you go with the Pro version. In addition to that, you also have a lot more analytics. And this allows you to take the tool itself and make it a better tool. By knowing how are people finding you, you can look at these analytics and determine who's looking at the page, how many people are looking at the page, which of the pages within the site are the most popular, which are not popular. So you know what needs attention. And you can also know where to spend your marketing dollars if you're looking to build your SEO, your search engine optimization. You will know where to spend that. If you can see that people are coming to you through Google, if you can see that people are coming to you through Realtor.com, then you know where you would like to spend your advertising dollars. And that is a big advantage to you as well. So for those of you out there who are going to make it a priority this year to really reach out to that millennial client, that younger client out there, learning how to use this website is going to be probably the best thing and the least expensive thing that you can do for your business all year. But whether you go pro or whether you stick with the highly functional version that we've given you to use as part of your AVP, you're going to have a built-in CRM system. You're able to capture leads in real time through our lead router system, which is not something everybody else in the marketplace can offer either. Imagine being able to reach out to a client in real time while they're looking at a property on the website. That is a pretty amazing thing to do. The National Association of Realtors tells us that the average response, and now listen to this, because this blows my mind. The average response time for an internet request for information on real estate is 54 hours. 54 hours. I think I changed this by 2 hours every time I did this presentation. It might be 52 hours. It's 52 or 54 hours. It's a long, long time. And the fact is, with our lead router management system, when that person says, I want more information, your phone rings. I can show you my phone. Your phone rings in real time right now. You can actually get on the phone and call that person while they're still on your webpage. If you don't think that's going to impress them and make them want to work with you for being on top of it, well, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. Sorry. Tons of local information on the city, the school districts. Each individual neighborhood is in there. So as they begin to look at specific listings within specific zip codes or specific neighborhood zones, they can look at all of the educational opportunities that are around there. They can look at things like shopping. They can look at all kinds of neighborhood statistics. And that is why I say it is every bit as useful a website as it would be if they were going to Trulia, if they were going to Realtor.com. So bear that in mind, and do keep in mind this platform by itself could be a spinning plate that will throw off business for you. And I didn't even get into what you can do with it with social media, but if you want to know, give me a call in at the Denver Central office. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, we're still talking about it. Look at that. Truly value-added resource for your clients. You do have mobile capability with the website. You've got customizable content, and I recommend that you do that. This should not just sit there and remain static forever. Keep thinking about how the business is evolving, and are you talking to it in a live way. If you don't know how to get in and change this content, certainly we offer classes on that, and we are happy to sit with you, your managers in the educational wing of the company. We are happy to sit with you and show you how you can get in and do that. You have live IDX feeds, so everybody can search the entire MLS from you. And I think I told you about the market statistics, and I certainly told you about the extra available pages. Isn't it pretty? Look how pretty. I mean, even though I'm on it, it's kind of pretty. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about the client event schedule, because this is another powerful way that Coldwell Banker sets about promoting you. So we're going to look, and if you look down the scale here, you will see many of these have passed. I can't believe how quickly the year has gone. It's going to be August in, what, 2 days, 3 days? Holy cow. I don't know what happened. There's so much still to do. Okay, but we have just come through Coldwell Banker Night at the Rockies, which means we are moving into our summer activity client offer, whatever that's going to be. Not sure yet, haven't heard. Todd will probably kill me because he probably sent me an email about it. Sorry, Todd. Enter to win sweepstakes. We've still got our fall charity drive. We have the winter activity guide. We still have Santa photos ahead of us. So you can see it's a full docket, and we make sure to hit everybody in your sphere once a year with this. So those are 12 contacts that otherwise you probably wouldn't have made or wouldn't have been able to make because you didn't know what to talk about. So we are happy to put those things together. And kudos, honestly, to our marketing department, both in NorCal and Todd Meyer here in Denver, because a lot of time and effort, oh, and John Horseman, let's not forget. A lot of time and effort goes into making sure that those are appealing to people, that they catch their attention, that they are not email spams that are just going to be thrown out. So it's really a value-added situation. A lot of time and thought goes into that. So thank you. Kudos. Shout out to my peeps over at marketing. Yay. All right, let's talk about New Panda for a moment. So how does this work? Well, all of that stuff I just talked about that marketing puts together, in addition to anything else you want to put out there, Chris's monthly communique, for example, or anything that you've seen going on at our Twitter account or on our blog page or at our YouTube channel. Lots of these things can be shared through New Panda with all of your client system. And this is one of our primary CRM systems. So Katrina and our fabulous concierge team, yay, have preloaded all of your spheres into this system so that they are available for you. And we have both the content that we provide through marketing and through the AVP, but there's also a ton more. There's an awful lot in the library of this system so that you can really, this gives you the opportunity to really set it and forget it, leave it out there, let it do its job, and don't think about it if you really don't have time or you really don't care or you're really not all that tech savvy. And that's fine. You can let it work that way, and it's highly, highly effective. However, if you want to engage the system a little bit more closely, you can be sending out all kinds of different information to different people. And it allows you the opportunity to target that information so that you're not selling information on buying to sellers, and that you're not selling information on selling to buyers. So you can bust out how your sphere looks and who are the people you know. Do you know them from social gatherings? Do you know them from, however it is that you want to divide those people? Not that I suggest dividing people, because I think that we are all better together. But
preach it.
There you go. Preach it. But I mean to say that you can separate these folks into different target markets and market individually to each of them using New Panda. So it's a terrific drip email system. As I said, you can set it and walk away from it, or you can engage with it and make it even more valuable to your target businesses. All right, look at some of that aforementioned marketing material that goes out for us. This is just some of the collateral. So you can see when somebody opens this in their email, they're going to give it a peek. There's a lot going on here that people are going to want to know about. And when they see things that say, like, grand prize winner, they're going to be interested. Yes, they're going to engage with that. They want to know what's in the activity guide. They want to know what's going on out there. And they want to know market information. They don't want to just know market information. So that's why we really try to switch it up, vary what they're going to be seeing from us, and keeping that content fresh for your clients. Okay? A couple of other things that we get to do in our client engagement events. Our Colorado Real Estate and Economics Summit is a terrific invitation to send out to your more business-minded clients. We usually have excellent speakers there, and we talk about the state of business and commerce here in the city and in the state of Colorado. A lot going on here, a lot more than most of us, I think, probably realize. I don't suppose that most of us have the time to sit down and read the Denver Business Journal or look through the business pages in the Post. But the amount of growth going on in the city is absolutely something that your clients will expect you to be able to speak to. So you should plan to attend these things and certainly invite your clients as well. There's a lot of free, excellent information, great speakers at those things. And of course, our yearly big deal, we just had more than 10,000 people show up at Coors Field for Coldwell Banker Night at the Rockies. And I'd say there were still 30 or 40 of them there after the rain delay. Boo, that was a shame. Oh well, what can you do about the weather? All right, moving right along. Hey, let's talk about how you can remove the competition from your valuable listings online. Does that sound like something that would be valuable to you? Would you like it if no one ever saw any other real estate agent's name, contact information, and beautiful picture other than your own?
I would love that.
Wouldn't you love that, Katrina?
I would.
See? I'm telling you, nothing better
Tell
than
me
it.
how to do that.
Let me tell you, and you know how much this costs. You're not even going to believe what it would cost you to do this on your own. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. Here we have Zillow, and if you look at, am I pointing this way? I can never remember. Am I pointing the right way? I know there's a delay. Am I going the right way? Is that correct?
For now.
For now, okay. Anyway, if you look to the right-hand side of this page, you're going to see that there's a whole bunch of real estate agents there. And probably none of them are the listing agent. And it doesn't say anything about that. Why is that? Why would that be, do you suppose? Well, it's probably because this listing is not syndicated. So it's open for grabs. And the people that you see on the right there, that Brad Jensen, Lisa Taylor, Wayne Keith, all these other agents, are paying to have their little face show up right there. Well, guess what? You don't have to pay to have your face show up over there, because we're going to make sure that your face is over there. And we're also going to do you one better and make sure yours is the only face over there. So when a client looks at this, what are they likely to do? What do? They always click on the top choice. So Brad Jensen on this particular day probably got 4 phone calls on this listing for $750,000 that isn't even his. Well, it ain't right. That's not the way it ought to be. And we know that, so we went about having to fix it for you. To that end, have a look at this little pad that my dear friend Patty Johnson listed over on 561 Franklin. What a beautiful little place this is. And if I am a $2 million buyer on the internet and I want to see more information about this, despite the fact that, certainly Patty has done an excellent job of providing all the information here, but I would like to actually see it. I want to ask questions about it. That's a high dollar amount. I want to be able to get some real information in real time. Well, who am I going to have to ask on this page? I don't know, but it looks to me like I'm probably going to have to ask Patty Johnson. So, what happens when I say, yes, give me more information, and I provide my name and my phone number right there? Patty Johnson's phone is going to ring right now. Patty Johnson's going to get an email right now. Patty Johnson's going to get a text right now that says, hey, there's somebody out there who may, hopefully, have $2 million and is interested in knowing about your listing. And you can call them while they're still looking at the photos. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to make sure that your competition is blocked from being able to get in touch with people who ought to be reaching out only to you. Is that cool? Why not cool? I think it's cool. I think it's real cool. So where do we do this for you? We do this in all of the places you see here. Realtor.com, MSN, AOL. AOL still in business? I didn't even know. Wow. Zillow, Homes.com, Trulia, Hot Pads, Yahoo Real Estate, and probably a little over the last time I heard, 600 other real estate sites that are both national and regional. So we're putting it out there for you. We are syndicating those listings specifically for you, and the same technology works across all those websites. It's huge, huge, huge. Look at the pricing. Just take a look at this for a minute. All right. So say for example, you're going to take 11 to 25 listings this year. Who's going to take 11 to 25 listings this year? And the prices, you can see how much they go up if you're going to take a lot more. But let's just go with this mid-range. Somewhere between 11 and 25. If I'm going to buy that kind of blocking my competition technology, if I'm going to buy it from Realtor.com, that by itself is going to cost me $1,000. Homes.com, another $1,000. Trulia, things are moving up a little here. Now it's going to cost me $2,400. Zillow, try $4,200. And so our competitive pricing across all of those platforms comes to $8,612. Now that might be one extra listing sold out there, that $8,612. So if I am with Metro Brokers, I might decide, hey, that's worth it for me. I'll spend that $8,612 to make sure that I get those extra, 2, 3, 4 listings. Only one listing would probably pay for it. How about where you guys sit? Without having to lift an extra finger, without having to pay an extra dime, without having to open your wallet, you're going to get the same advantage for $8,600, but you're going to get it for free. So we think that that is pretty major. And again, that's the kind of thing that can only happen because of our size and our general big blue fabulousness. It's true. It's all true. Let's talk about lead router technology. I think we've gone into this probably as well as we need to, but through a variety of sources, anyone looking for information from you, you're probably going to get that information in real time. What do you need to do with that? There are a few things that have to happen on your end to make this system run right and to make sure that you are still eligible for the leads that are coming through the internet to you. But when a lead comes in, you're going to want to accept that lead and then deal with it in some way. So, whether they buy or die, as we say in the training world, you're going to keep your CRM updated with what's going on with those folks. However, other than that, in certain circumstances, we do have our E-teams out there, our customer engagement teams, who pay a referral fee for these leads, but provided that you're accepting them in real time on your own listings, and the ones that come directly through your own website, those you don't even have to accept. Those are yours to keep. But any of them that come through the other websites, as long as you accept them in real time, Those leads get to come directly to you, and you can make a sale even when you didn't know you were working. How about that? It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot. Hey, something else we have added to this whole package of fun and delightful little things that we offer here. We have these terrific market reports. Look at the quality of the content here. We have both a macro and a micro version of this. This can be sent out right through email, and this thing is included with your NRT gateway. So it sits right in there, and it's very easy to put these together for specific areas, specific pockets of business you are looking to address. If you are doing geographic farming and you have the email addresses for the people that you want to impart this information to. Certainly it is super easy and super quick to put this together, and it looks like it took an awful long time. Because it did take somebody an awful long time, but they're in marketing up in NorCal. You don't have to worry about it. So this is all done for you, and in a matter of a very few quick minutes by putting in what your parameters are. You can do this by map search. It uses MLS information. So you can make this as targeted or as broad as you want it to be, and then you can use it both in email. And we find that this is a valuable tool also to print out and to be able to share with people at open houses, which I know an awful lot of those are going on this summer. It's a major spinning plate for a lot of our newer agents. So if you're not making use of this market report and the area report, please go to the market reports button on your NRT gateway and familiarize yourself with this program. And look for classes being taught on this as well. It's not hard to set up, but it would be to your advantage and much worth your while to go and check out how to use these. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Fine.
Not yet.
Fine, never mind. Long. Oh, look at this. So here's page 2 of the marketing report. You can see that this is going to show you for sale data, sold data, lots of that kind of information, and a lot of the local inventory is all going to be on there. Links that take them directly to pictures of those. So it is a better tool probably to be giving digitally, but it's still quite useful for those open houses as well. And again, because you can really target it around the subject property that you're holding. So you can see. Ooh, these are good. I like this one. All right, so that's what the market reports look like. A lot of good information there. Also, these market reports are mobile friendly. So on the go, we're girls on the go, and you can read this when you're not driving. Park your car before you read this, but you can, obviously it is well enabled for your cell phone and your iPad and your Surface and your other stuff. Let's look at how we can populate that as well. And this is something that's really useful to us on a couple of our platforms, but certainly the market reports work real well because they can be shared easily onto your social media. So here we see an example of Todd having shared it up to his LinkedIn profile. The same will work for your Twitter. The same will work for your Facebook. I don't know, probably the same will work for your Instagram. I'm a little bit Instagram stupid, but I'm working on that, so don't judge me. I'm getting there, okay? And I don't even have time for Snapchat yet, so don't even lecture me yet, okay? I'm working on it. I'm older, it's hard. There's a lot out there. But it's very cool that these market reports can be shared that easily. Okay? Look at what it looks like on Facebook. That's a pretty cool little thing to be able to throw up there on your Facebook timeline, and it will, I assure you, get people clicking through to look at that information. And once they do, the only person they're going to be able to get in touch with if they have questions about it is you. Okay. I think we have gone through the gamut of, and probably we haven't even covered everything, at least not in all the detail that we could. So if you have further questions, you can certainly feel free to reach out to me and ask any further questions you have about any of these things. But in terms of how we go about protecting and promoting you, our valued agents, I think you can see that for the $97 a month of outlay that you have to invest in your own business, I don't know that you could spend that money any better if you tried. I would seriously advise that you spend the extra $175 on the InTouch websites, but that's entirely up to you. Either way, you're getting a huge amount of functionality. You're getting an awful lot of client contact, and you're getting the best technology that real estate money can buy, just simply by being here and doing what you do, being a huge contributor to the company's success here in Colorado. So, again, we've run the whole thing down. You're looking at a $4,914 value for which you are paying $1,054 a year if you pay it all at once. A little bit more than that if you decide to pay the $97 a month. So I hope that this has been informative for you. I hope I haven't spoken too quickly, but this is pretty much where I get off. So allow me to say it's been a pleasure to discuss with you monthly again the Agent Value Package, and if you do have further questions, do not hesitate to reach out. We are happy to help, and we are here to help. Have a good day.